Gold Award Girl Scout Nora Spratt. Nora's Gold Award project, Be Aware, focused on the declining population of native bees. She wanted to make a positive impact for the critical pollinators that do so much for the place we call home. The overall goal of her Gold Award project is to raise awareness, educate, and empower the public to take positive action to support and protect the existing native bee population, specifically native solitary hole nesting bees, through the development and implementation of a hands-on educational program. She developed and created the engaging hands-on educational program called Be Aware that included a curriculum, slideshow presentation, and participation binder. Nora test ran her program through a series of workshops with the Blue Hill Heritage Trust's 4-H Peninsula Explorers Club. She raised participants' awareness of the plight of bees, educated them all about native bees, including their importance, the root causes of their declining population, and what they could do to help, and empowered them to take positive action to help the native bees. Each participant created a milk carton bee house and assisted her in building a sustainable wooden bee house of her own design for installation on Blue Hill Heritage Trust's conservation lands. She then published a web page as an extension of Blue Hill Heritage Trust's website to be a focal point of her project, where she published the Be Aware program. She included the curriculum, slideshow presentation, and participant binder amongst other resources so that the project could be easily accessible to anyone. One of the challenges that Nora faced throughout her project was the bee house installation, but she was able to overcome it with the help of her dad. Nora says, "My dad and I designed and made several different versions of the bee house, prototypes, and after many revisions, we developed a design that was simple, cost-effective, durable, functional, and easy for low-skilled people to replicate, install, and maintain." Nora said, "If one in every few people I reached out to took action and perpetuated the spread of awareness, that is a significant impact. There are many successes to my project, and seeing the realization of my dream of empowering people to help the native bees and in turn help the environment and humankind is very rewarding." Gold Award Girl Scout Madeline Buzza. Madeline noticed the declining number of E911 number signs in Scopen Lake. For many years, properties were identified by lot numbers. In November of 1988, Maine voters approved the establishment of the state E911 system, and since then, some property owners have failed to make the switch or don't have any numbers displayed at all. It is extremely difficult for first responders to find a property in an emergency when the signs are inconsistent. Regardless of the look, price, or requirements of the signs, they should all be displayed uniformly for everyone's safety. Through public awareness and fundraising efforts, Madeline was able to purchase 141 aluminum large blue reflective E911 house number signs for every property in the T11R4 township. Madeline said it was extremely difficult for first responders to find a property in an emergency when the signs were inconsistent. Now all of the signs are displayed visibly and uniformly for every T11R4 camp owner's safety. I have met with both departments explaining my project, why I did it, and how it will directly affect them. They are all thrilled that I did this project, and their hope is that I've inspired other communities or maybe even another Girl Scout to take on a similar project. Her main goal was to improve the lack of and inconsistency of 911 number signs at Scopen Lake. Madeline said that there were life-threatening inconsistencies with the previous numbering practice. Once all of the uniform 911 signs were in place, then I easily measured my project's success by driving by every property to make sure all of the signs are displayed properly and were visible from the road. Also, throughout my project, the property owners vocalized their opinions and feedback on the overall project. Whether it was through social media conversations or through in-person conversations, all feedback was valuable and extremely positive. Another goal I had was to have the project completed by July of 2021. My project, because of its seasonality, could only be done during the summer and early fall, so my goal that I achieved was to wrap everything up by the summer of 2021, she said. The most successful part of my project was that I installed all of my signs, and I saw such positive reactions from camp owners and the general public. Having the overwhelming positive support from the camp owners was amazing. I'm so happy that the public supports young people and their drive to be successful while making a difference in their communities. It wasn't just the project that was rewarding, it was how the people responded that made me feel very proud to be a Girl Scout working to earn her Gold Award. Gold Award Girl Scout Hannah Robertson. Hannah's Gold Award project aimed to help teens develop basic life skills that are no longer taught in schools. She wanted to help teens learn from experts in her community about politics, gardening, cooking, automotive skills, and home management, better equipping them to take on adulthood. Hannah partnered with the Acton Public Library and York Adult Education and different community members to teach classes. By creating this series of classes, she wanted to provide teens and young adults with opportunities that would teach them life skills that had not been taught in public schools or at home. Classes included financial literacy taught by a representative of Partners Bank, where teens learn the importance of good credit, different kinds of bank accounts, and how to start a budget. The Acton Town Clerk taught a class on local councils and boards, and duties of a select person and how to get involved as a teen. A basic cooking class taught new recipes, while basic first aid taught what to do in many different emergencies. The basic hand mending class covered sewing basics, and a gardening class took place in a new raised bed at the library that will eventually become a community garden. When asked what obstacles she faced and how she overcame them throughout her project, Hannah mentioned how COVID affected her ability to promote the seminars. Normally, they would rely on word of mouth and flyers, but she had to find alternate methods to get the word out. According to Hannah, unfortunately, the library's website was not adequate to fill any of this empty space. Accordingly, I created a new and improved website for the library that could better promote the adulting seminars and service the library. I also used Facebook and the local high schools to spread the word. Hannah's project is sustained beyond her involvement by the director and board of the Acton Public Library, whom she partnered with throughout her Gold Award project. She was able to attend a board meeting, and the trustees were excited to continue to promote and offer adulting seminars. The library hopes to continue to offer 5 or 6 a year. In addition, York Adult Education may be hosting their own adulting seminars, and other Maine adult education programs and homeschool co-ops have expressed interest in the program.